they would cut that off there. That's strange. Because it's just that last part of the phrase. That's
There's
strange.
another, I think I have a copy of it actually, if you want to look on.
Oh, is that the one in the other key? Yeah. Well, let's not worry about that. No big deal.
Okay.
No, that's cool. Let's just work with this. Good. Nice job. It sounds lovely. I really like your dotted rhythms. I think that the way that you're articulating them is just exactly right for me. And I think people kind of puzzle over how to do that. You might do a little bit more hairpin though in those.
Okay.
You know. So as far as tone and articulation and the length of the notes is good, but maybe just a little bit more shape. Can you just try that? So from yeah, it's just almost like you're trying to. So it's like you're forcing into the F sharp a little. Like that, but maybe you can sort of lean into its sway.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that might be a little too much now, but that's sort of the right idea. So, your legato is beautiful all the way through. The tone is gorgeous. Dynamically, I think you're doing everything that you need to do, but to me, you know, it's very sort of an intimate sound, right, when you play this with the group. But one of the things that a good group does, I think, when I listen to a nice recording of this, is there's this sort of sway to it, you know. You know, a little bit more shape. It's gentle and it's natural and it sort of swings gently backwards and forwards, and you could do more of that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, can you try that from the beginning? Good. Now, if you can do that without losing any time at the end of the phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, just and keep going. Yeah, good. Yeah, and so be careful that you don't punctuate that articulation in the F sharp too much, because I think that takes away from that naturally sort of beautiful flowing shape. Yours is a little
Okay.
too separated somehow.
Yeah.
Just try that. Yeah, I think that maybe that you're worrying about the F sharp, and
Yeah.
just think of the A more. Yeah, it's like the F sharp is a product of the A.
Okay.
And again. Yeah, I liked that one. And again. Good. Yeah. So I think that probably the idea here then is to not worry about the F sharp. But now let's worry a little bit more about the shape going into it. So. Yes, beautiful. Keep going. Good, and keep going. And yeah, good. Can you just hold the G? Oh, sorry, my bad. A. So it's a little higher, right? Is it higher than the lower A? Play the A below that. Is it different? Does it feel different in the mouth? Should it?
A little bit, yeah.
A little. Is the air different? Less or more?
It's just higher air, I think. Probably
Yeah.
more for the top one, because otherwise the bottom one will pop out.
Well, let's try it. I'm not convinced by that. I'm convinced by the height part. Yeah. Only inside though, not here. But I'm less convinced by the air thing. But just try a little bit more air here and less on the upper note.
Okay.
Yeah, just retain a little more of what you had on the lower A. I don't think the lower A is too much. let that happen inside your mouth, but try not to change anything else, like you're fussing over the clarion A. That's good? Yeah, that's good. And now put that in context. Yeah, you see how that changed? Yeah, try this. Try as you go toward that, try to focus on getting the corners a little further in. Somehow just work on the interval and then just work backwards a little bit, and then maybe you'll sort of truly then discover what it is that's causing that to be less beautiful than when you do it out of context.
Okay.
Yeah, because clearly you can play it beautifully. It's just not perhaps overthinking it or putting your attention in the wrong place, and that's the problem. And we equate one physical action with another physical action, and oftentimes what we're equating it with are the things that are causing us trouble. You know,
Yeah.
you have to sort of separate those ideas out.
Okay.
And decide what is it I'm thinking about that's causing this one mischievous part of my body to interfere with the beauty of what I would be able to otherwise do quite easily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So good. I think it's very nice. Do we have time for this?
Yeah, we have like time for one
Yeah,
more.
let's just do a few more minutes and something else.
Let's see. Let's do Mendelssohn.
All right. Taking away from it then is the little sparkle, that little nudge that you're giving to all the other trills.
Okay.
And we can tell that you don't like this trill as much, and most people don't, because you're not nudging it, you're not giving it the same treatment as the others musically.
Okay.
Just do those trills again. Yeah, that's better already.
Okay.
Okay, great. All right, so it's great. You're rhythmically and pulse-wise, you're like 95% accurate, which is really good in this. It's hard to do. So you've obviously worked hard on that. You know, you're with a couple of minor exceptions. Your rests and eighth notes are the same. They equate to each other quite nicely. So this is a little tricky, right? How often does that happen?
Very rarely, actually.
Yeah,
Usually that
yeah.
one's pretty easy. This one is a little bit. No, sorry, it's this one right here.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's it's got some stuff. All right. And this one's okay, you think, usually?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do this one then.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So can you just play a clarion C along C? Good. And then just sort of articulate that in that pattern. Yeah, good ahead. Yeah, so it sort of feels fairly low, right? It's not a high note. You're not having to voice it higher or anything like that. Okay. So the question is, how can the other notes be accommodated by that? So try articulating that C and then using the same voicing on the E flat. And then does that feel okay?
Yeah.
And the same thing now, C F sharp. Okay, so that one may need to go up a little, right? Okay, now go. Yeah, I'm gonna try the lower A. Yeah, the reason I choose the C is not necessarily because of the voicing, because it's the resistance, right? It's a much longer tube, right? And no matter what, you have to be prepared for that. And I think that's maybe your problem, is that you're not prepared for that C.
Okay.
So so you may need to change your voicing on the way up. Sort of really kind of put your emphasis on feeling that C before you play the passage. requires that sort of really affirmative air that you need to support a good C.
Okay.
Then the only thing that remains is sort of allowing yourself to be able to voice the high C and the A a little higher without it interfering with your expectation of the other things lower down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, one more thing before we finish. Here, this crescendo goes all the way through to here.
Okay.
And it's hard to do. So one of the things that I focus on a little bit is take out the 16th notes and start the crescendo and get halfway through the crescendo here, and then pick it up exactly where you left off from. Okay? Yeah?
Okay.
Or something like that. Perfectly better. One more time. Yeah, keep it short though. Look, you didn't quite follow that through. Let's try that one more time. Practice that a lot, yeah?
Okay.
And when you put the arpeggio in, yeah, as long as you start with good air at the bottom, you won't need to do anything differently with that. Just sort of put that squarely in the middle in terms of dynamic.
Okay.
So. And then continue that all the way through, yeah? And then you'll have obviously practiced your 16ths, and I think that will work better. Because you kind of petered out, the crescendo stopped right around here, and then it's almost like you didn't know what to do with the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah? Great!